Welcome to the Real CP Show. I am your host, CP. In today's topic, this Anglo woman let her animalistic Anglo husband impregnate her teen daughter, which was his stepdaughter. Where are those? Oh my goodness, black criminality, black criminality. We got to focus on black criminality. Where are those same mantra crowd people on this, right? See, they don't like the flashlighting of the bad Anglo version criminality type ones, right? The ones applies to, they don't like that situation. You understand? See, in this system, in this supremacist system, which is a brilliant system, it has been etched in its thought patterns over centuries to look at black criminality, black criminality, black criminality. You know, black Americans don't commit the most criminality acts. Do you understand? You understand? See the games of this, right? So let's go ahead and share my screen on this part. Okay, make sure you can see this. And by the way, today is August the 14th, 2026. Okay, hold on, give me a second, get this off the screen. Okay, all right, here we go. All right. Oklahoma, Anglo woman charged after a 11-year-old daughter, his stepdaughter, gives birth to the stepdad's baby. Let me repeat this. Just let that etch in your mentalities. This Oklahoma Anglo woman, sinister Anglo woman, charged after 11-year-old daughter, her daughter, gives birth to the animalistic stepdads. He made her have that baby. He robbed her, basically. Do you understand? But they keep trying to get people to focus on talking about black criminality. See how the game goes on that. It's a sinister game. Look at this. Look at that. Ew. Unfortunately, there are some questionable numbers of Anglo males in society that have some really jacked up self-confidence issues. Oh, people try to talk about numbers of black males. I don't even think there's no comparison of the number of way more a lesser self-confident type of Anglo male society. Oh, not at all. Look at this. You got to be super desperate to get with somebody like this. An Oklahoma Anglo mom will likely spend the rest of her life in prison after her 11-year-old daughter was impregnated by the woman's husband. Sherry Walker was found guilty on July 17, 2026, of one count of enabling child sexual abuse and 6 counts of child neglect, according to such and such county court records reviewed by such and such entity. A jury has recommended a life sentence for each count. Meanwhile, her husband, Dustin Walker, was sentenced to life in prison after pleading guilty to one count of sexual abuse of a child under 12 and 6 counts of child neglect, according to court records. Such and such entity relayed called the case one of the most, if not the most serious, child sexual abuse and neglect cases that they have ever prosecuted. But again, right, those fake crocodile tears, people know what I'm talking about. Just like in various racial contexts and ethnical concepts, whatever it is, it's a known fact that there are some types of Anglo women within certain parts of Panamanian culture that have some chameleon tears. They have caused a lot of damage to their husbands, Anglo boyfriends, right? And the nerve of some people to act like also that black men just jumping up and down, they got to get them Anglo women. Ain't that interesting? But the number one racial intermarriages is not even black men and Anglo women. Oh, they don't talk about that either, right? Because that's an agenda. You understand? The investigation began after such and such entity received a call that an 11-year-old girl had given birth at home before she was taken to the hospital. According to such and such entity, Sherry and Dustin, the child's stepfather, had initially claimed they did not know she was pregnant. Oh, so they didn't know, huh? Oh, but black folks are the problem, right? The outlet reported, and she had not been to the doctor in over a year. It is horrific, such and such entity said at the time. According to such and such entity, I mean, the 11-year-old child was obviously robbed. She cannot give consent by whomever this person is. Shortly after their arrest, the duo's five people, five other children, ages 2, 4, 6, 7, and 9 were removed from the home. Such and such entity relayed, citing court documents described as deplorable and filled with dog feces. DNA testing revealed that Dustin was the baby's father with 99.9% certainty, according to the outlet, prompting prosecutors to amend the charges. Does he look like someone that is not about criminality? Oh, his aura smells of criminality and sinister animalistic behavior. Oh, but we got to sit there and, well, what about those black males? How about go to Haiti's? You understand? See, again, certain numbers of males within certain parts of Panama's culture can do all kind of criminality, and numbers of them do it. But they're not lumped into one group. Oh, but some black males, they do some incorrect things. Then they want to loop black males in a collective. You see how that game goes? But don't get it confused. But they know it's not enough black males to push back on people. And there are some black males who act like they can ignore the constant anti-black maleness in society. And only thing that keeps happening is what? More anti-black males, anti-black maleness, terrorism acts toward black males in society. Do you understand? This child is traumatized. Such and such person relayed that they told on this entity, she's been through a horrific ordeal. Not only has somebody gotten her pregnant, but she gave birth at home without medical assistance, and this will be her life for the rest of her life. Now let's see. Oh, meanwhile, Sherry's mother, Michelle Justice, had defended her family. Woo! Wow. They've made my daughter and my son-in-law a monster. She told such and such entity at the time. They are not. They love those children. They love them. Ultimately, Michelle, who lived across the street and saw her grandchild regular, was also charged with 6 counts of child neglect. According to such an entity, her trial is scheduled to begin on July the 23rd. That is some messed up psychological turmoil in her mind too. She act like that. Oh, my daughter, there's nothing wrong with her, right? My son-in-law, he's great. You are messed the freak up. And there are numbers of people in society just like these people. They literally can't see what's right and going on in front of them. They literally can't. Now they love to see when black males do some wrong things, or some black women. Their mentality is straight then, right? Oh, look at those Negroes. Boy. But let's see right quick if there is any type of bunching Anglo women and Anglo males all together, right? Did this girl go to school? How was she able to carry this baby to term, going unnoticed by anyone inside the family? Where was CPS before this? Do you see anything about like, oh my God, what's wrong with these Anglo males and Anglo women? No, they've made my daughter and my son-in-law a monster. No, I believe they did that all by themselves. If this woman believes otherwise, she's as twisted as her daughter and son-in-law. What do you mean? If what do you mean if it is that she's twisted? The mother's twisted in her mentalities. Let's see here. Are school districts responsible to make sure all kids in their area are enrolled? Yep, this bad version of Grandma Anglo version. Two, because they all knew. Well, absolutely sick. As adults who are supposed to protect children, how these people are able to get away with this stuff for so long is disgusting. Do you see anything about what's wrong with these white males and white women? Do you see anything about that? No. We all know what happens to men like him in prison. I hope he enjoys his next few weeks. Oh, what about we all know what happens to women like this? Do you realize that she allowed this to happen? Are the women going to sit there and show her? Huh? You understand? That's the most sick type stuff when people talk like that. So you are for numbers of males to rob other males? Some people get their jollies in thinking like that. That's sick. Do you sit there and tell when women, the sinister pedophile numbers of women, oh, it's quite a number of them. I've done quite a number of podcasts on those criminality type women. Oh, quite a number. When some of them go to jail and they still got a slap on the wrist, as some people will say, compared to when they think certain males do certain things, right? Oh, that's a known scenario, right? When she goes to jail, right, for robbing a male, little boy, or sexual abusing a little boy, some of them that actually go to jail for a little bit of time, is she gonna be sitting there shown, by other women for doing that? You see how the hypocrisy goes, right? Oh, but none of the people don't think about that. Guess who that family voted for? E-Hall MAGA. Boy, some people, some sick people, boy, they got MAGA on the brain. What about Biden on the brain? Nope. What about before on the brain? What about person before? Flying squad now. Do you see any racism going on? Putting white males, white women, right, in a collective group? Nope. Bruh, this is fascinating of how that's not done. But as soon as something dealing with black males or black women, just say if this was a black woman and a black male did that to his stepdaughter. Oh my goodness, look at that. They're always talking about racism. Oh my goodness. See, that's the problem with black males. See, they're lazy. They ain't about nothing. And then you have the nerve to have some tethers that fled their places of origin. And we know what kind of messed up stuff goes in certain parts of tether places. Huh? See how that goes, right? Oh, it don't take much to sit there and look up how numbers of these tethers, how they sit there and treat little girls in various parts of their little place they fled from. You understand? Or how many of them treat little boys like little objects. Oh, we don't want to talk about that, do we? Huh? Ugh. But again, you have some personnel that do just like this, right? And then you'll have some foolish people that would be like, oh my goodness, that sounds so anti-white. I'm like this. Gone with you said you like what? Oh my goodness. That sounds so anti-white. I'm like this. Yeah, I'm not playing that tactic. See, they didn't say anything that's not true. You understand? That's deflection. That's that dissidence within their mentalities. As long as you sit there and talk about black folks, acceptable. Talk about certain numbers of people within the predominant culture who commit the most criminalities. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's sick. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.